Have you ever noticed that some of the happiest people in the world don't always live the most expensive lifestyles? They don't chase bigger houses every few years. They don't constantly buy new things to feel successful. And they don't seem trapped in endless consumer stress. Instead, many of them live simply, calmly, carefully. And in many parts of Japan, frugal living is not seen as embarrassing. It's seen as wise. Because in Japan, people are often taught something powerful. Wasting money, wasting food, wasting space, or wasting resources doesn't lead to a better life. Intentional living does. And honestly, that mindset feels refreshing in today's world. Because modern life constantly tells us, buy more, upgrade more, spend more, own more. Yet so many people still feel stressed, exhausted, and financially overwhelmed. But the Japanese approach to frugal living is different. It focuses on simplicity, usefulness, gratitude, patience, and long-term thinking. So today, we're going to look at 12 ways the Japanese practice frugal living, and why these habits may help you save money, reduce stress, and enjoy life more. Before we dive in, if you want to learn more about frugal living, I've included a link to a great book on this subject in the video description. Please check it out. Let's get started. In many parts of Japan, homes and apartments are much smaller than what many people are used to in America. And because space is limited, people become very intentional about what they bring into their homes. They ask, do I really need this? Will I actually use it? Does it serve a purpose? This naturally reduces overspending. Because when your home is smaller, clutter becomes obvious quickly. Many Japanese families focus on multifunction furniture, organized storage, minimal possessions, keeping only useful items. And something interesting happens when people stop constantly filling space with stuff. Life often feels calmer. Cleaner homes, less stress, less maintenance, less money wasted. A smaller home can also mean lower rent, lower utility bills, lower furniture costs. And honestly, many people discover they don't need nearly as much as they once thought. In many cultures today, people replace things quickly. A scratch appears? Replace it. A newer model comes out? Upgrade it. But in Japan, there is often a stronger culture of maintaining and respecting possessions. People repair things. They clean them carefully. They use items for years instead of months. There's even beauty in wear and age. Instead of seeing older things as bad, many people appreciate durability and history. Imagine how much money people save by repairing instead of replacing, maintaining instead of upgrading, valuing usefulness over trends. That mindset alone can change a family's finances dramatically over time. Food waste is taken very seriously in many Japanese households. Meals are often planned carefully. Portions are reasonable, leftovers are reused, and people tend to appreciate food deeply rather than treating it casually. This reduces grocery waste significantly. In many homes, rice may be reused, vegetables are fully utilized, soups stretch ingredients further. Meals are simple but filling. Compare that to households where groceries constantly expire untouched. Throwing away food is really throwing away money. And the Japanese mindset encourages gratitude toward meals rather than excess. In many Japanese cities, people walk a lot. They also use trains and public transportation regularly. As a result, fewer car payments, lower gas expenses, lower insurance costs, less maintenance spending. Now obviously, this depends on where someone lives. Not every area allows this easily. But there's still an important lesson here. Many people drive short distances they could walk. And over time, transportation costs quietly become enormous. Walking more doesn't just save money. It can improve health too. And healthier lifestyles often reduce medical costs later in life. Japanese meals are often surprisingly simple. Rice, soup, fish, vegetables, tea. Not every meal needs to feel oversized or heavily processed. And because meals are simpler, grocery costs can stay lower. Portions remain balanced. Waste decreases. Many families also cook at home regularly instead of constantly ordering takeout. And home cooking is one of the biggest frugal living habits in the world. Not because people are depriving themselves, but because cooking at home creates healthier eating, lower costs, stronger routines, family connection. Simple meals can still feel comforting and satisfying. This is a major mindset shift. Instead of buying many cheap things repeatedly, many Japanese consumers focus on buying fewer, better quality items. For example, durable clothing, reliable kitchen tools, long-lasting shoes, practical furniture. At first, quality items may cost more, but over time, replacing cheap products repeatedly often becomes more expensive. This mindset encourages people to think long-term, not emotionally, not impulsively, but carefully. And honestly, that patience protects people from a lot of wasteful spending. There's a Japanese idea called motenai. It roughly reflects regret over waste. Waste of food, money, resources, time, possessions. And it creates an attitude of appreciation. Instead of casually throwing things away, people ask, can this still be used? Can this be repaired? Am I wasting something valuable? Imagine if more people paused before every unnecessary purchase and asked, do I truly need this? That one question alone could save thousands of dollars yearly. Motenai encourages mindfulness instead of mindless consumption. And honestly, modern consumer culture often pushes the opposite. Many people today feel like happiness always requires buying something. Shopping trips, expensive entertainment, luxury experiences. But many Japanese lifestyles focus more on appreciating daily routines. Simple pleasures like tea, gardening, reading, walking, seasonal traditions, quiet meals. And this matters financially. Because when people constantly chase stimulation through spending, expenses rise endlessly. But when people learn to enjoy ordinary life, contentment becomes much cheaper. That may sound simple, but it's actually powerful. In Japan, seasonal living is deeply appreciated. People often eat foods in season, decorate simply by season, enjoy seasonal festivals, adjust routines naturally throughout the year. Seasonal eating especially helps reduce costs. Foods in season are often fresher, cheaper, more available. Instead of demanding everything all year long, seasonal living encourages patience and appreciation. And surprisingly, living more in rhythm with seasons can also make life feel calmer and less rushed. One thing many people notice in Japan is that success is not always displayed through extreme consumption. Bigger isn't automatically better. People often prioritize convenience, efficiency, cleanliness, practicality. Instead of constantly upgrading homes, cars, electronics, luxury goods. And honestly, this mindset protects people from lifestyle inflation. Because one of the biggest financial traps in modern life is constantly increasing spending every time income increases. The Japanese approach often focuses more on stability than showing status. And stability creates peace. In many Japanese communities, public spaces are highly valued. Parks, transit systems, libraries, small neighborhood shops. People don't always feel the need to privately own everything. And shared resources reduce unnecessary spending. Instead of every family constantly purchasing more private entertainment and possessions, communities themselves often provide value. There's also a cultural respect for keeping spaces clean and usable for everyone. That shared responsibility creates environments where people can live well without extreme spending. This may be the biggest lesson of all. Many Japanese frugal habits are not really about saving money alone. They're about reducing excess. Because excess creates clutter, stress, maintenance, distractions, financial pressure. And many people eventually realize, Owning more things does not always create a better life. Sometimes fewer possessions create more peace, more gratitude, more freedom, more financial stability. And honestly, that lesson feels more important than ever today. So let's quickly review the 12 ways the Japanese practice frugal living. They value smaller living spaces. They repair and maintain possessions. They reduce food waste. They walk and use public transportation. They embrace simple meals. They buy quality over quantity. They practice the mindset of motenai. They enjoy simple daily routines. They live seasonally. They avoid constant lifestyle upgrades. They value shared community spaces. They understand that less can actually feel better. If there's one thing we can learn from Japanese frugal living, it's this. Frugality is not about deprivation. It's about intention. It's about learning that peace does not come from endlessly consuming more. Because modern life constantly tells people, upgrade your house, buy newer products, spend more money, chase bigger lifestyles. But many people are exhausted from that cycle. Financial stress grows, clutter grows, debt grows, anxiety grows. And sometimes the answer isn't earning dramatically more. Sometimes the answer is learning to need less. That's what makes these Japanese frugal habits so powerful. They remind us that simplicity can feel peaceful. Small routines can feel meaningful. Careful spending can create freedom. And contentment does not have to be expensive. Because in the end, a rich life is not always the life with the most stuff. Often, it's the life with the most peace. If you found value in this video, subscribe for more practical frugal living ideas, simple lifestyle habits, and smart money strategies that help you live better without constantly overspending. And in the comments, tell me this. Which of these Japanese frugal habits do you think would improve your life the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts.